Today we're going to be breaking down MetroBoomin's legendary trap production. Among his many styles, Metro is well known for his Halloween style beats, which are synonymous with projects like Without Warning and Savage Mode. Songs like Knife Talk, Runnin', and Rap Save Me, and many more with artists like 21 Savage and Offset are some of the most iconic examples of Metro's dark production. Let's get into the techniques that he uses to make these beats. When you want to make these dark horror style Metro beats, a great go-to instrument is the piano. As you can hear in Knife Talk by Drake and 21 Savage, the eerie piano melody sets the tone for the whole entire track. I wanted to replicate that vintage sampled piano vibe, so instead of grabbing a VST piano, I headed over to my real piano and recorded this melody idea. From here, I knew that this one needed some more effects to really enhance that vintage and gritty vibe, so I grabbed this gem called H910 Harmonizer. As you can see here, the piano is super simple. Pretty much all that I've done is made a C minor chord, which is C, D sharp, and G. All I've done to make this a little bit more complex and not just have that chord playing over and over is I took the root note and then I pitched it down an octave, and then I also layered that with itself down another octave, and this just helps give it a nice thick sound with those piano bass notes. Then what I did is I put the middle note and the top note up an octave, and as you can see right here, these top line melodies are playing right in or around these notes, but they're all inside of that chord, except for this note right here that I used to just give it a nice evil vibe. So I'm really just playing melodies and counter melodies inside of that chord with a little bit of transition notes in between. And then for the last part of this pattern right here, all I did was take this second pattern right here and then pitched it down 5 semitones. For those of you that don't have a real piano, I've made this free mini kit that has one-shots that I recorded with my real piano, and this will definitely help instantly give you that nice vintage texture. This mini kit also includes the finished loop that I'm making today, some drum sounds, and some Analog Lab presets in the style of MetroBoomin'. The link is in the description, so don't miss out on that. It's free. Metro said that he was inspired heavily by groups like 3 6 Mafia and the older Memphis Trap sound.
Like Memphis music, like 3 6 Mafia, and a lot of shit from back then. And
on Drake and 21 Savage's Knife Talk, the intro features vocals from iconic Memphis rapper Project Pat.
I gotta feed the streets, my pistol gon' bleed the streets.
So I'm gonna show you how you can recreate those sampled Memphis sounding vocals with your own voice. The first thing that you're gonna wanna do is write some basic lyrics that fit this trap, horror, dark Halloween feeling. And keep in mind that this is all cap, it's just for the video, but it came out pretty hard. As you can see, I got the notes open in Logic right here, and I've written out these world-class lyrics. What you're gonna want to do from there is record yourself saying it in an aggressive way, and then just layer it like 3 to 10 times to really get that full Memphis sounding vocal.
You know I keep the pistol on me, Glock 40 sitting on my waist, always keep it loaded, I hit a op right in his face. Keep the pistol on me, Glock 40 sitting on my waist, no I keep it loaded, spin your block and then I did the race.
I felt like my voice didn't sound deep and gritty enough to really capture that Memphis sound, so I just went over to this top left corner right here, and then I just pitched all of the vocals down.
You know I keep the pistol on me, Glock 40.
After I had the vocals done, I layered them with this old school Memphis drum pattern to make it sound like it was actually taken from an old Memphis rap song.
You know I keep the pistol on me, Glock 40 sitting on my waist. No, I keep it loaded, spin your block, and then I did the race.
Another core element to these evil MetroBoomin' beats are violins and strings.
Whoa. Take the plug off in the middle, man. Whoa. Spray the whole block, I don't give a damn. Whoa.
A great go-to plugin for these vintage string sounds is the Mellotron Vive by Analog Lab, and then I just laid down this insanely simple pattern, which is literally just following the middle notes of the chords. After that, I felt like it needed a little bit more of a violin accent, so I grabbed this gypsy violin from the Balkan Ethnic Orchestra Contact Bank, and I just laid down this one note at the end of every 4 bars for an accent sound. Synths are a huge part of Metro's sound, and although this beat is a little bit more inspired by Metro's current production, which features a lot more live instruments and samples, I had to add a little bit of synth sound into this beat. So I grabbed this synth key called Flexin that's in the Boomin' Minikit. Don't forget to download that. And then I pretty much just copied the chords that I used on the piano. It's just this C minor chord that goes down one step at the very end. But this sound wasn't quite cutting it and wasn't giving me that evil feeling that I wanted. So I pitched it up a full octave and added these effects, and this is what it sounds like. MetroBoomin is also known for having some legendary samples and switch-ups in his beats. On his 2018 album, Not All Heroes Wear Capes, Metro uses a ton of soul samples as intros or switch-ups throughout his beats. Here's one of my favorite examples of a soul sample switching up into that signature dark MetroBoomin sound.
In peace, may you rest, may you rest.
So to add some MetroBoomin soul sample flavor to this idea, I grabbed this Pray For Me loop from my Soul Tapes Volume 2 loop kit and used it as the intro.
You know I keep a pistol on me, Glock 40 sitting on my waist.
Now let's get into arranging all these melody ideas we have out into a full sample. As you can see here, the first thing I started out with was just this soul sample. I also just layered it with the vinyl texture just to give it a little bit more of that vintage soulful feeling. Then I have it switch up into this section that just has a little B section that I recorded of the piano melody where I'm just playing the chord over and over, but it's a little bit too busy to rap over. So I took the Memphis vocal out right here, and this can just be like a little intro verse section with just the piano, keeping it nice and simple, and this is what that sounds like. The next thing I wanted to make was a hook section. All I did on this section was keep looping that main piano melody, and then I also added those Mellotron strings and also those gypsy violins from Contact. Then we go into the other section of the piano that I broke down before. After that verse, I felt like I needed to switch this beat up to give it more variation and make it feel more like an actual MetroBoomin beat. So all I did was bounce this piano melody that I had earlier into one audio file, and then I double clicked on here, go to functions and reverse, and then you've got your melody reversed. To just fill out this switch up section a little more, after the main piano played, I added in that synth pad from before, and I also half-timed the string melody that I made. After that, the arrangement was pretty much done, but I just wanted to bring back the piano and the Memphis vocal for a little outro section, and this is what that sounds like.
Know I keep it loaded, spin your block, and then I take the race.
So now we've got the loop completely finished. I'm going to export this into a new project, and we're going to get into the drums. As I mentioned earlier, Metro is super inspired by the Memphis sound created by 3 6 Mafia. The drums on Knife Talk are heavily inspired by this dark Memphis sound.
Gang shit, that's all I'm on. Gang shit.
So I'm going to show you how to make something similar to the drums in that song. The first thing that I started with on these drums was just this hi-hat. Then I just added this super simple snare pattern. The next thing I added was this super simple kick pattern. Next I added this open hat that hits with a kick every 2 bars. Then I went and grabbed the Spins 808 to add that bass and knock into this beat. After that, the main drum bounce was pretty much done, but I wanted to add a couple more sounds just to add some variety and some more flavor to this beat. The first thing I did was grab this triangle, which is used in a lot of these Memphis Trap beats. Then I added this little perk at the end of every 8 bars. And then finally, I just needed some effects and snare rolls. After that, I just added a riser, and then we've got the finished beat. If you guys want the drum sounds that I used in that beat, make sure to get the free Boomin' Minikit in the description. So let's go over some key takeaways that you can learn from Metro's production. The first thing is to keep it very simple. And that doesn't mean that it's the same idea looped over and over and over again, but you want to make sure that it's never sounding too full for an artist to actually rap over. As well as making it simple enough to flow on, if you arrange out all the sounds into different sections of the beat, it makes it feel like more of an evolving piece of music, which really helps get that storytelling Metro Boomin' kind of vibe to your beat. Quickly, I just want to remind you guys to join my Discord. I'm giving out free game on there, free collabs, including you guys on my placement opportunities and much more. You don't want to miss out on that. That's it for this one. Don't forget to download the free Minikit, join the Discord, and drop any and every question that you have in the comment section. I'm going to be doing my best to answer every single one. That's all I got for y'all today. Peace.